Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Whew. Y'all are getting a behind the scenes of what my life is like. It's bananas. In case you haven't noticed, I need to turn my phone down. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to do that. It's amazing I'm even here, quite frankly. Um, yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. Pardon me if I'm a little distracted to start. Sorry. I don't need to get my interview questions in order because the person I was going to interview is MIA. I don't know what's going on. So you got me today. And I apologize that I'm a little bit unprepared and a little late. E had some trouble at school. He had a little bit of a meltdown. So about 30 minutes ago, I got a call and I had to run to school and go and grab him. So got him. Everybody's safe. All is well for the time being. And we are going to forge ahead. And this is everyday life. I think it's interesting. You guys are getting to see the behind the scenes of my life and all of the crazy stuff that goes on. And how important it is to have mental fortitude so we can get through days like today or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, all the days, because there's always the stuff coming up. It's never just smooth sailing 100% of the time. There's always things that you have to deal with. And so having the positive feedback loops in your head that you need to keep you going, and counteract those negative ones in order to build mental fortitude is incredibly important. And good morning, Kristen. It's nice to see you here again. You've been here every single day. Like, you're super committed to this, and I am really, really, really proud of you. So we were going to talk to a guest today, but unfortunately, our guest isn't with us. Things happen, and so I am here again. It's just us. It's just me and you guys. But we're going to talk about some really important stuff. So it's okay. But before we get started, I kind of want to recap the 14-day artist journey. I know that's getting a little redundant, but just in case anybody comes and they haven't heard, they need to let you guys know. So the 14-day artist journey is so relevant to me today. It's unbelievable. We're going through a process of 4 phases that are absolutely essential for growth. And I have identified these phases by living them myself. But I don't know that I would have been fully aware of them had I not educated as many students as I have. And I've watched the process that people go through, and this process is kind of what gets us there. So phase 1 is self-awareness, right? So that's where we are self-reflective. We take stock of all of the things that are fantastic about ourselves, and we give ourselves props for all of those things, the skills that we have, the attributes that we have that are good. Like, we really take note of those things and make sure that we maintain them internally so that we can use those whenever our negative feedback loop comes into play. The next thing we do is we kind of take stock of the places where there are areas for growth. And man, we all have those. If you think you don't, then you're not paying attention. We all have areas for growth. And that's a great thing, because that means we can all be better and do better than what we're doing or what we expect that we can do. There's not a lot out there that you can't do if you don't put your mind to it. You can do it, right? You just have to be self-aware. You have to really lean on the things that you're good at, right? And be proud of them. And then be aware of the places that you need to grow. You need to identify obstacles that you are having, whether they are self-sabotaging behaviors, whether they are lack of skill sets. So whether they're perceived or they're real, we have to identify them. And then we're going to make plans to get past them and around them and get them out of our way so that we can create the life, the art, the experience that we want to have. So awareness, number 1. Number 2, vulnerability. Boy, you're going to get some of that from me today. We have to be willing to And let me take a step back. I think a lot of people think of vulnerability as something really negative. You hear the word and you're just like, eek, it's not so good, right? But vulnerability is actually a really, really, really important and brave place to be. So we're going to learn about vulnerability because you will have gone to the 14-day photo artist journey. If we could drop that link, and you will have downloaded the book and you will be working through that journal. I put a lot of heart and time into making that happen. So did Lacey. There was a lot of love put into that. So use it, please. It's a tool there for you to help you grow, a free tool. So go and get it. I promise you it will make a difference. So we're going to make an agreement with ourselves to be vulnerable. And then we're going to move into fortitude and bravery. That's a process that I'm really working through right now. I'm leaning into that one real hard, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And that's where we go out and we do things that we're not really comfortable with, and maybe we're unsure of, and it might be outside of our comfort zone, and we might be certain that we're going to screw up and not do good at it at first, but we have to keep doing it until we get good at it. So it's going out there and doing the things that you're not necessarily great at, or maybe the things that you're a little bit afraid of doing, but doing them anyway, and building that fortitude and falling down, but also having wins in there. And then once we've worked through these 3 phases, and they are a continuum, again, I've said this, they happen pretty much, they should be happening every day. Oftentimes they happen multiple times a day. They do for me anyway. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, most of us kind of have to go through this process on a regular basis. Then we get to the vision part. And I want to start talking about the vision part today because I'm excited about that part. And the vision part is where we're a little bit more clear about what we want to create, whether it be personal projects or the business that we want to create, or if we want to change our style of shooting, if we want to start using strobes and we've been natural light shooters, if we want to, diversify and not just shoot boudoir, but maybe add maternity because it's something that we love, or perhaps weddings, or maybe we're shooting weddings and we want to pare that back. Whatever it is, we're now a little bit more clear on what our vision is, because we're going through this continuum of the first 3 phases on a regular basis. So that, my friends, is the 14-day photo artist journey. It's awesome, right? I'm so glad that we're doing this, and I'm so delighted that you're all here with me, going on this journey with me. I want to tell you guys a little bit about our sponsors. Okay, I gotta find the page. Give me a second. Let's see. We've got, I know today someone's going to be winning a 32 by 48 from ProPrints, because ProPrints is amazing. And everybody who signs up for the photo artist journey gets 10% off just for signing up. Let's see. Jeremy Ellsworth has a discount on his backdrops for us. Stella Pro is going to be giving away a kit. Their kits are also on sale right now. I personally, with the Art of Strip Down, which we're launching our spring summer class here in just a couple of weeks, we're giving you guys an $800 discount code for that. AIBP is giving us a 10% discount code, and that's all going to be in the email. So you guys are going to get all of that kind of stuff. So we'll send that out to you via email. Yep. Okay. So my hair is not even brushed, you guys. So here's my morning. Can't get a hold of my guest this morning. So you're stuck with me. Sorry. Not sorry. I get a call from Eli's school. He's having a meltdown and I have to go and get him. I got that call at 9:20. So I didn't get to brush my hair or get dressed either. I'm in my pajamas. Hi from my pajamas. I was on the phone with Lacey on the way home trying to figure out what the hell we were going to do, because I don't have a guest and I wasn't sure that I was going to get home on time to do this. And I got pulled over by a police officer because I was on the phone. Yep. And I made it home just in time to be here. I would rather be in bed crying with the blanket over my head or somewhere with my head in the sand. Can't do that. Have to show up. Have to go to the places where we're uncomfortable. and have to be vulnerable and honest with you guys and let you know what's going on, because nothing's perfect, including me and including this 14-day photo artist journey. I did my best to have everything lined up beautifully and all of the things for you guys. And I'm still going to give you all of the value that I can possibly give you. Part of this was that I wanted to demystify this whole, everything is perfect, because that's what's happened with socials. We feel like everybody is perfect. Like, you guys don't see the back end of my life or even my work. You don't see the back end of people that you admire. Everybody's so perfectly curated. Everybody seems to show up being like the perfect photographer. Everybody you look up to, you think like, oh, they just got there. No, they didn't. We all have days like I'm having this morning. I've had this day a couple of times this week. Like, okay, already. And panic again, having another panic attack, like, oh, it's ratcheted up like nobody's business. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Everybody on the planet, none of us are perfect. But self-disclosure for yourself, right? And just go ahead and leaning into it and being like, it's not the destination, it's the journey. I've got to make the best of like all of it. And the best I could do this morning was fly in that front door as quickly as possible after all of that shit happening, and sit down, hair not brushed, and just go live. Like, here I am, because I have important things to share with you guys, and I'm not going to let all of the other stuff and the idea of showing up perfectly all the time get in my way of showing up and bringing value. I'm not going to get in my way, and I'm not going, because a lot of the things that happen, I could use them to be like, oh, poor me. Like, I can't do this. Like, it's too hard. This is bigger than I thought it was going to be. I bit off too much. I could keep going. And I could use all of those things to self-sabotage myself, most definitely. Or I could choose to sit down in this seat and be uncomfortable and be here and let you guys witness it and know that, like, you're not alone. We're all in this. Like, being entrepreneurs, it's not easy. Just living, a lot of times it's just not easy. But it's also a huge privilege to be able to be here. And I don't mean just here live with you guys. I mean just to be alive. I think of the people that I have lost. I have to go to a funeral for my uncle this weekend. My mom, one of my very best friends who was my age, who has they don't have the privilege of being here and, living in this beautiful life and being intentional about doing it and growing. And so, as difficult as it might get, we have the privilege of being here. And every day we have choices that we can make. And every moment we have choices that we can make. And when we start going through this continuum, those first 3 phases, it gets a little bit easier to make choices that are good for you. And they're going to take you down the path that you want to go down. So we're going to talk today about vision. So I am hoping that you guys have downloaded the photo artist journey and you've started working through it. And that you're building some of the awareness and getting ready to lean into being vulnerable and being brave and going out there and working on a project, because we're going to start this project on Sunday. And then we're going to be accepting submissions like later next week. So now is the time to start thinking about that vision. So in the comments, let me know, like, how many of you have downloaded the journey and started working through it. I'm gonna take a look. Thank you guys for all of your kind words. I appreciate it. And I have resiliency. I'm going to be fine. This is not a, oh, poor me moment. It's just this is real and this is what's going on. But I know that, these are things that I have to face. It's life, and they're things that I will deal with, and I will get through them. Okay, so I've started section 3 last night. That's awesome. Downloaded, haven't started a thing yet. That's okay, Melissa. We can start today, honey. You can start. Start now. Just crack it open and give it a go. It's kind of good. I like it. Okay, so it looks like I've printed it, but I haven't looked at it. Some of us have started. Some of us have not. Don't hate me. It's been downloaded, but I haven't had time at all. That's okay. I get it. And of course, I'm not going to hate you for that. I understand. Sonia hasn't downloaded it. Have downloaded it. It's an amazing resource. Need to start though. Okay, that's okay. So maybe today is the day that we decide we're going to go ahead and start. Maybe that's like the brave thing that we need to do today is make the decision to make time to be ourselves and to lean into some of our needs and just crack that book open. I'm sorry, they're hard questions. They are tough questions, but they're important questions. So good. It looks like a lot of you have started it. A lot of you still need to download it and get started. And some of you have downloaded it and just need to get started. And that's all okay. It's all okay. Life is crazy and busy and it's a lot. So when you're ready to start it, you're going to start it. Just, I would ask you to maybe like take a look, take some inventory, do like the self-assessment part here right now with me. Like legit, do you really have a reason for not starting it? Or are you just getting in your own way? Maybe step aside and just crack it open, right? And if you find some value in it, start using it. If you don't find value in it, do the other things that you need to do. But if you find some value in it, start using it. So we know in the book, we go through, self-reflection. We go through vulnerability. We talk about fortitude and bravery. We go through those things and then we start talking about vision. And it sounds like a lot of us have not gotten to vision, and that's okay. I have. So I'm going to share with you where I currently am in terms of my vision. So I have decided that I am no longer going to show up for everyone the way that I think that they want me to show up. I'm done. I'm done doing that. I'm not doing that anymore. I am only going to show up the way that I want to. So that is the biggest part of my vision that I'm going to start executing on. My branding is completely changing. I have been shooting for 15 years now. And my first branding kit was built. I loved it. It was pretty and it had elements of me in it, but it was also so that I could be palatable for the masses, right? My second rebrand, same thing. My third rebrand, same thing. The things that I shoot for education, I shoot what I think you guys want to see. I shoot to be palatable. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. I am going to shoot what I want to shoot, and I am going to shoot it the way that I want to shoot it. And if you guys like it, that's wonderful. And if you do not, it's not my problem, because I want to be me. And oftentimes I feel like a little bit of a black sheep. When I was younger, I lived a very artistic bohemian lifestyle. From the time I was 14, 15 years old, I was living a very bohemian lifestyle. And that dramatically shaped the person that I am. I am a little bit of a black sheep. It's nuanced, I'm tired of hiding that part of myself. I don't know if I do a really good job of hiding it. I try and hide it though. I'm not going to hide it anymore. I am 150% leaning into who I am. My current branding kit that I am working on is nothing like anybody is doing in the industry right now. I'm not going to look like anybody because I'm just going to look like me. It's not being built to be palatable. It is being built to be me. And and so that I can do the things that I love and the people it speaks to. And even at the risk of sales and people being like, I'm not interested in that. I don't care at this point. I have to be authentically me. I know my vision. I know who I am. I know my style. I know my aesthetic. I know what sets my heart on fire to shoot. I know my vision. My problem has been I try and be palatable for everyone. And yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. You guys get about 85% of who I am, but in terms of the work that I create, the work that I show, the branding, the way that I show up, it's not authentically me. And through going through this process over and over, it's a wall that I've hit time and time and time and time again. And my answer to myself is always like, no, you have to show up like in a way that's palatable for everybody. They're not going to want to see these weird, 60s fonts and, Warholian style, aesthetics and all of the art that influences so much of what I do. They're going to want to see like these pretty pictures. And I can do it. Clearly I can do that. I can shoot that. And sometimes I want to shoot that. Sometimes I don't. And if I'm not being commissioned by a client, then why am I doing that? Why don't I just show up authentically as myself? And I think it's, in a way, I feel like it's a form of self-sabotage. I have felt like I am not palatable for the masses, and you guys aren't going to like me if my aesthetic doesn't match yours, or if I don't fit into industry standards. Like, already the majority of the industry, in terms of like, the upper echelon of the industry, the educators, the people in charge of the conferences and the things like that, they already don't like me. And I'm not even being 100% myself. God, if I'm 100% myself, what is going to happen? I'll tell you what, I don't care what's going to happen. What is the worst thing that's going to happen? They're not going to have me speak at their conference? Well, whatever. They haven't had me speak at their conference in 6 years, when I sold out a 3,000 person seat the last time I spoke there, but they haven't had me there since. So, what have I got to lose? I have everything to gain. So I am going to lean into 100% being me. It's going to take a while for all the branding to change. It's going to take a while for the websites to change. It's going to take a little while for the portfolio work and the feeds to start changing. But I am committed to, and not because I'm not doing it currently. It's just, a process. You guys know that. We are in the process of doing all of that. I am going to live my vision because I'm tired of living for everybody else. I'm done. I'm just going to be me now. So I want to hear if you had the opportunity. So I can do this in a bigger way, right? Because I have a platform that might be different than some of you guys. You are talking to clients who are going to commission you. And we've heard a lot of talk. We hear a lot of talk in the industry, like, don't work with an educator who's not, like, doesn't have a full-time business. I'm going to go ahead and be really transparent there as well. I do not run my studio full-time anymore. I am way too busy with education and taking care of my special needs child. Those are like the two places where I can spend my time. That's it. Do I take commissions from clients? I do, but they need to be really special clients. Sonia. I'm really looking forward to seeing you next weekend. They're generally my students or people that I've worked with in the past who are reaching out and want to work with me again. I do not advertise for my business anymore because I don't have the bandwidth in taking care of Eli and running education. So I don't have to worry about what my front-facing brand looks like for consumers. In search of my portrait photography skills. And would I like to take more commissions? I would, but I want to take the commissions that I want to take at this point in my life. I don't want to take the commissions that I have to take. We're all at different places on our journey. This is currently where I happen to be. Wherever you are is totally fine. So, and just because I'm taking this risk of saying, I don't care anymore. I'm going to show up the way that I want to show up. People can do what they want with it. It's a big risk. You guys might not like it. I might go out of business because of it. I'm at the place where I'm ready to do that. That's where my vision is taking me. That's where my heart is taking me. That's where my soul is taking me. Everything feels right to me about going in this direction. So I'm going to execute on this vision. Now, this is a much bigger vision than we're talking about on the 14-day artist journey, but I just wanted to be vulnerable and share that with you guys. But I want you guys to start thinking about, even though a lot of you have not gone through the book, I want you guys to start thinking about, we've got a photo competition coming up, which is nerve-wracking. I've been through it recently. That scared the shit out of me, even though when I was asked, did you have any challenges? I was like, no. Oh my God, I still can't believe I did that. That's how I do not want to show up. I don't want to show up like that anymore. I want to be me. So I know this is a little bit nerve-wracking, but you should enter it. We're going to give you guys all feedback on the work that you guys are doing. And you don't have to shoot it for anybody but you. And it doesn't matter if you win or you don't win. It's not like we've got like $50,000 prizes or anything like that. This is more about flexing, right? This is about creating that vision. This is about feeding your soul. This is about growth and vulnerability and self-awareness and self-assessment and community and beauty and creation. Oh, this is about creation, right? So here we are. We're going to start talking about the vision today. What are you guys doing in terms of putting together some ideas for something that you want to create and submit? And I want to be clear, it does not have to be within the boudoir or intimate portrait realm. This is open for any genre. You can shoot, so long as you're shooting a human being, you can shoot whatever you want to shoot, whatever is going to make your heart happy. So I'm curious in the comments, if you guys can tell me what you're looking for. Lulu, that's a good question. Is there a limit on how much skin? If you want us to share it on socials, unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. If you don't want us to share it on socials and you end up winning, then no. I mean, I'm not going to put those kind of limits on you guys. I just won't be able to shoot it. Absolutely weddings. Weddings are totally, let's see. I was looking at the challenge in the journal, and whenever the weather makes me happy, I've been finding a random model to go shoot for 20 minutes. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is good for your heart and soul. And that keeps things exciting and keeps us passionate about what it is we're doing, because burnout is way too much of a thing in our industry. And I think, more than the other visual arts, because we are portrait photographers and we are commissioned so often, I think that we get ourselves into situations where we get legitimate burnout, because we're constantly collaborating and shooting with other people and not doing that thing where we just create of ourselves and then, put it out in the world. Oh, Kelly, I'm glad that you get outside. Isabel wants to shoot a story of self-acceptance. That's awesome. Are you planning on doing that with yourself, Isabel, or are you going to do that with a model? Or because selfies are totally welcome in this competition. It doesn't have to be a subject. They could be images of yourself. Like those are artistic projects as well. A model. Okay, awesome. Does anybody else have any ideas that they're thinking about? Kristen, I'm a bit scared of the shooting coming up. Don't be scared, honey. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing. What is the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to go out and be a little bit nervous about shooting, like I was at that Legends thing. I'm certain I didn't win that. There's no way that I'm going to win that competition. No way. But once I got there and I was shooting, I had the best time because I made it my own. Like, even though the models, their hair and makeup was done, wardrobing was done, I stripped away as much wardrobing as I possibly could because I didn't want my images to look like everyone else's. And I got down and dirty with them. I didn't use the horses. I didn't use any of the props. I wanted to tell a story of like the journey of going through the isolation in the desert. And so that's what I did. And it was marvelous. I had a wonderful time doing it. I'm not going to win it. I'm certain I'm not going to win it. I don't care. I had a great time. I also got to say hello to Eli on YouTube, and he cried when he saw that video. He was so happy. I won. I won because I went out there and I did the thing I was afraid of. I don't need to win the prize. I won for me because I went and did something I was terrified of. I won because I went and let my body be on camera while I was shooting, and well, I just showed up and did that. That's something for years that I would never do. So that was a huge win for me as well. I made amazing connections with the girls that I worked with. Massive win. I felt so good. I feel so good about everything I did in that competition, even though I know I did not create images that they're going to be like, yeah, this is a winner. I don't care. I had fun. I got to stretch and grow. I got super challenged. I mean, I'm shooting in the desert without lights. Everybody else had lights. I didn't have lights. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to make this work with all these shadows and stuff? And I had to get really creative and try and do that. So I learned some things there as well. So, Kristen, don't be scared. Or go ahead and be a little bit scared, but do it anyway, because nothing bad can happen. Nothing bad can happen. You know what Kristen said? She doesn't want to post bad work. It's relative and it's subjective. Who gets to say what's good work and what's bad work? And who gets to say what part of the journey you're supposed to be in? Are there are there photography police going around saying like, you can't post that because it's bad? Man, F all that. No, we're all at different places. Yesterday, I posted my images of Asterios, right? I don't know if you guys saw them, but I posted images of Asterios that I shot in Sean Black's studio. Sean posted the same images, not the same images, obviously, but images of Asterios that he shot in his studio. Sean handed me his camera that day. I didn't have my glasses with me. I couldn't change any of the settings. I was unfamiliar with Sean's studio. It's a big black cave, like legitimately the floor is black, the walls are black, the curtains are black. It is Batman's black cave. And I had to try and make it work. And I was totally challenged by the lighting, but I got the most beautiful emotions out of Asterios. Is my lighting on point? No, it is not. Do I care? No. Someone can look at that and say, God, that is really shit work. Like, you need to work on your lighting. And someone else might look at it and be like, wow, the emotions that you got out of him were beautiful. You go and look at Sean's work and the lighting was insane. The connection was different between Sean and Asterios than it was I and Asterios. And so someone might look at Sean's and be like, I like Denise's better because there's more connection. Or they might like the Sean's and be like, nope, there's enough with the lighting and the connection in that way. So it's subjective, my love. And everybody's at different places in their journey. Sean is really, really proficient with lighting. I'm not. I'm on a different path than he is on. And that is okay. It's totally okay. So I don't want any of you to feel like, I'm going to submit bad work. Any work that you create at this point is going through this journey is of yourself and is going to be beautiful to someone, right? And do we want to get to the point where it's beautiful to everyone and people commission us? Yes, that is the point of being an artistic entrepreneur. But you don't get to snap your fingers and have that happen. You have to practice. I don't care what we're told by the industry. I don't care how many times you get the message, join my group, cold call people in a really swarmy way, market yourself this way. All you need is 10 poses. It's not true. It's just not true. You have to practice your craft. And that's another reason we're doing the 14-day artist journey. We need to put a lot of the focus back on the art of it and making the mistakes so we can learn, and making the mistakes so we can learn, and making the mistakes so we can learn. And this continuation, right? It's a journey. We keep going. And so what I want you guys to do today is I want you guys to start thinking about your vision. If you haven't cracked open the book, please do it, because come Sunday, we're going to really start talking about, like, the competition side of this. So crack open those books this weekend, get through a couple of the things, and then start thinking about what it is you want to create and what it is you're going to submit. And I want you to not be safe. I don't want you to be safe with it. If you're going to do something, if you're going to do this, do it. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't be safe. Be yourself. Be bold and vibrant and wild, whatever that is to you. Maybe you're already super wild and you're going to like tone it back a little bit, just do something outside of your comfort zone it's you. Like, don't be afraid of what other people think, or if someone's going to judge you, because those images are coming to me and I am not going to judge you. I am going to love you and be inspired by you and be proud of you for actually stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing it. So there needs to be no fear around, no major fear around judgment, and discomfort. Okay, that's a good place to be because you're going to be learning. But like fear of being judged, that's one you can go ahead and just let go of, because I'm not going to be judging you. I'm going to be being inspired by you and grateful for you and supporting you and cheerleading you on through this journey. So Kelly, we're going to go over how many images that you get to submit. I'm just going to go through this really quick and see if I can answer questions that have come up. Let's see. I love maternity sessions too. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all of your kind words. Sonia, yeah. Sonia earlier in this conversation said maybe we all need to do some collective deep breaths. That would have been good for me in that moment. I've kind of gotten past it now. Whew. Okay. Okay, you guys, don't worry about me, being upset with you if you have downloaded or haven't downloaded, or if you're doing it or you're not doing it. I am going to accept you and welcome you with big, huge, and open arms either way. Just know you're not hurting me by not doing it, and you're not letting me down by not doing it. But you might be letting yourself down a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we covered the skin. Yes, we can do weddings. Fine art needs are okay. Okay. Oh, I've been thinking about giving the elderly portraits. I love that idea. Huh. Yes, I hope to see some of that. I don't know if that's Diane who said that. It looks like it might be Diane who said that. If it is, oh, girl, roll with that one. That sounds awesome. I think I want to take my sister to a greenhouse to help her with a boost while shooting and work on it for myself. She's been struggling in life and finding peace and learning plants lately. That's awesome. So I want to use that for inspiration for both. That sounds beautiful. That sounds like an amazing project. A mother-infant session. Yes. Or daughter and infant and granddaughter. That sounds awesome. Let's see. Kelly said one time one of her friends told her, you realize no one grades you, right? You guys need to realize that. No one's grading you. And we all care a lot more than like other people actually care about themselves, because they're most of us are pretty self-absorbed. So, no one's paying as much attention or being as critical of us as we are, for certain. Erica thought about an elderly project as well at an assist home. That sounds beautiful. That speaks to my heart. God, that speaks to my heart. My grandmother was in a rest home from the time I was 3 until she passed away when I was nearly 13. And my mom and I were there 2 times a week, every single week. I used to go do dance recitals there and sing Christmas carols during Christmas to everyone. And I was pretty much everybody's granddaughter that was in the rest home. It was awesome. That has a special place in my heart. Someone said I'm bold and colorful usually, and I just got a new studio space that has one huge spotlight from a window, and it's so different than my norm. Ooh, I want to use no props and only body language and shoot in that spot. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a challenge for sure. Okay. Collective deep breaths, everybody. Let's go. Man, it's been a hell of a morning. Okay, let's see. No, that's awesome. Erica, you've got such a heart. It's beautiful. So Jade said boudoir newbie here. Really hoping to get my studio up and running before then. Right now it's chaos. If not, I'll find some outdoor location. Get it, girl? Yeah. I hate the word noob. You're a boudoir photographer. It doesn't matter if you're noob. So what? We all started our journey somewhere. Every single one of us. And I promise you, there are very few of us who are like, that's a new photographer. We're just, I don't know. Oh, and if you come across people like that, just turn around and walk away. Like, who cares? Who cares what they think? They started somewhere too. So you're a boudoir photographer. You're not a boudoir newbie. You're someone who's on an amazing journey, and you should be really proud of yourself for it. Okay, so Lulu, I like to remind people that we're all beginners at one point, and we just need to help guide each other. Yeah, and that's what we do. And we come to the places where we get the support that we need. We surround ourselves with people who are going to help us grow. Look for the 5 people in your life that have attributes and skills that you would like to have, and have them in your life, right? These are the ways that we grow, and then give back. So I've rambled a lot today. It's been a day. But the point of this is we need to move into the vision part, and that takes like being self-aware, agreeing to be vulnerable, taking risks, and then you get your vision and you execute. I have my vision. I am going to be me. I hope with all of my heart that this journey helps you guys even this much get to your vision. I want you guys to be able to get there. Because honestly, it's a beautiful place to be. I've never felt more at ease, even though I'm a little concerned about what people are going to think about my work. But I've never felt more at ease or more excited to be working on something. I am so excited about the directions that I'm going to go in. I mean, I'm on fire about it. Like, no one could stop me. You would have to physically take my cameras and break them, and then I would just go buy some new ones because I'm going to get after this. So I hope that passion for all of you guys. Lacey, can I get a winner of the print today? Oh, I already have it. I don't even know why I'm asking. She's so on top of shit. It's crazy. Lacey's good at the stuff. Okay, so our winner is Allison Hopkins. Allison, you are our winner of the Pro Prints 32 by 48 canvas wrap today. So I want to remind you guys, if you haven't done it yet, go to the 14-day photo artist journey and register, because everybody who registers gets a 20 by 30 print, canvas wrap print from Pro Prints. Go download the journal and get to work on it, guys. Like, let's do it. Listen, we got this. We got this. You all have been showing up every day, doing absolutely amazing. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I've been showing up every day despite all these banana challenges, and I've got this too. Like, we got it. We just build that fortitude and keep going. It's never going to be perfect. It will never be perfect, but it's okay. We have the privilege of being here, and of going on growth journeys. And there are a lot of people who don't have that privilege. We have it. So let's, take the bull by the horns and all that stuff. Let's go make beautiful things in this world. Let's leave our mark. Let's make ourselves happy. We have time for that. There's still time for it. Okay. I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend. I just want to remind you guys, both of this week's calls, they're going to be running at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but they are going to be recorded on my part because I'm going to a funeral. But you still want to be there for the live stream because you still have the opportunity to win, and you can still ask questions, and we're going to go back in and we're going to answer those questions. Tomorrow I'm interviewing I already interviewed her, but tomorrow's live stream is with my daughter, Sakara Raven Birdsong. So that will be interesting. That was an interesting conversation for sure. And then on Sunday, I will be on with Lacey, and we will be talking about our journeys, and we'll also be talking about this photo competition. So don't miss it and ask the questions because you can still win that Pro Prints 32 by 48. So I won't be here to actually see you guys, but I will be in the comments answering any questions that you guys have. So I will be back on Monday. So let's hope, my house doesn't catch on fire or something. God, I shouldn't even say things like that, huh? My life is so crazy. Let's just hope there are no major catastrophes. And even if they are, I got a feeling I'm still going to be here on Monday. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for your kindness and your patience with me. And thank you for letting me just be me. I really appreciate that. Everybody have a beautiful day. Mwah! I'm sending you guys my love, and I will see you next Monday. Bye, y'all.